So you've seen the arse end of the car come out. No, you haven't. That's what this video is about. Yeah. Welcome back, viewers. It's another week on the sedan. As you can probably tell, the car is actually spun around in the shed's turned around. There's some other stuff in here now. We'll get to that later. That's another episode maybe, or not. I'm not fussed. But arse end of the car needs to come out now. So that means we can re-diff. Re-diff needs to come out because I need to put in the Gazzard Brothers monoleafs. So without more of an introduction, less of an introduction, whatever it be, let's just get stuck into it, shall we? Hey guys, just jumping into this video real quick to let you know we have had a rendering done by the one and only drop mutt, Ev Danes of my Swiss Motors EH Ute. We're going to be doing a run of shirts and hoodies, just like we did in our initial run. We're going to hold pre-order for the month of March only, so the 4 weeks in March, or 4.5 weeks in March, pre-orders are open. You can buy yourself a shirt or a hoodie, or we're doing combo packs for both. Make sure you get yours soon. Pre-orders only in March. We'll have the orders in April and sent straight out to you. Hoodies will be just in time for winter and not this glorious summer we've had so far in Australia. All right, guys, that's all. Links in the bio. Let's get back to the video. So as you can see, there's a small variety of tools there already to go. I've actually already started. What I started with was that's just a rag. Ready to bump my head, but that was just a rag. What I actually started with was getting under here with some lubricant, and as you can see, I've just lubed up all the threads for these rear springs. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put the trolley jack under there in a minute and just take the weight of the diff off, because I've got this set up interestingly. Grab the weight of the diff, unbolt the rear hangers, get them apart, because these are an absolute prick to get apart because the spare wheel's there and the boot floor is there. They're actually a real pain in the ass. It's probably really the worst part of these cars is getting these spring hangers out. But despite that being an issue, they've got to come out. Whether I cut these shackles or not, I'm not too fussed, but you've got to come out because we've got sliders to put in, which means we'll have to drill the rivets out. So the rivet, where's the camera? Let's go back here. There we are. So rivet, rivet, rivet. There's a couple of rivets in there. They're big factory rivets to get drilled out, and then I'll have to clean up this area with a wire wheel somehow and find the spot welds, because these have got to come out completely, which is going to be dirty and an absolute nightmare, because what they did was just spot welded wherever they felt like it. So woohoo! Anyway, I better find a spanner that fits these, and I will show you. It's not really a trick, but it's just how to get them out, really. So let's do it. So get yourself an 11/16 spanner, ring end, or open-ended ring-ended spanner, whatever you want to call it, and you need to use the open end. So, oh, that actually just came loose. I thought I was going to fight that. Okay, that's one of... Where is it? I can barely see the other one. Can you see the other one? Because I sure can't. I'm actually going to cheat and use the camera to see it because it's really dark under there. That's it. I'm going to try and shock loose. Oh, no way. That never ever happens, viewers. I thought I was absolutely going to fight these. and apparently not. Cool. Well, those two are loose. Let's gotta go towards us this time, so we can set up like this and go. Oh. This side's actually easier to get off because you can get it past a little bit better. That one actually came loose as well. That's, when I tell you that that is a 1 in a million. Hang on. We've done 3 or 4 here. Let's spin back around. Let's not count our chickens before they've hatched, eh? It started. Where are you? No bloody way. You would not read about that, viewers. That was bound to be a shit fight. That's surprising as heck. I've done this many a time. Every single time they've fought me. They don't come loose, or the pin breaks loose and spins. Praise be to Jesus. This is not a political show anyway. But they're also not the worst ones. These ones are. This one I might have to put this down so I can do it, because I don't think I'm going to be able to get. That one's got to be tight. I'll tell you what, I'm either luckiest man alive tonight, or the lube that I use is actually a lot better than I give it credit for. Because this one's undoing. I've never had that. 5 out of 6. And this one's normally the one that spins. It'll just spin in the hole and you'll fight it for hours. And for some reason, it's just started doing that. Why? But it's loose, which is a good start. So, yeah, it's going to take the win. We're just going to chalk that down as a win because the other one come loose until it started to spin. So 6 out of 6 came loose. I think that's what did it. All you want to do is get all the nuts and washers off. Oh, that was a bit tight. You got to be careful if you're using a ratchet spanner. So I'll write on this side, because you can still get the spanner off if you sort of bring it on an angle, because you can just get it past that lip there. But depending on your brand of spanner, it is possible to get it stuck in this gap here. And if you get it stuck, you're in for a world of hurt. It's very hard to go backwards. But I'm just going to finish getting this one off. Like that. Grab the nut to go with it. Cool. Next I'm going to grab a trolley jack, put it under there, and then I'm just going to unbolt the lower bolts for the shock absorbees, because they need to come off next. Alright, so shocks are off. I've also taken the handbrake cable off the oh no, where have it gone? Here I am. Ugh. I've also taken the handbrake cable off the body That's going to stay with the diff because I can wheel it all out in one big go. So go and get your biggest pry bar / flathead screwdriver. And what the goal is here is to use that to lever the shackles off one side. You need to get the flat plate off. And when I say the flat plate, it's normally the sides the nut come off. So this one removes, and the 2 pins are actually welded. They're part of that shackle. So this is the hard part, is you've got to actually pump it up. It's about there somewhere. There actually is a point, hopefully, like that. See how that just came off nice and freely. There's a point where it just sort of, you get the tension off the shackle arm, and you should just be able to walk that off like that. We got one side off. Let's get the other side off while we're going. See if it fights us. Nope, it's going to slide off nice and easily. Two. Surprisingly well so far. Should we start with the easy side or the hard side first? Hard side first. You're right, let's do it. Hard side is the driver's side. The idea... Oh, this is going to be a nightmare. Now, whatever you do, don't lay on the spring because that'll pop off and go twang. And you'll really know about it. So the idea is to use the spring hanger to your advantage. It does help when the bushes are already absolutely toast. Let's dig it. Now, this is where it gets tricky. See how the top gets stuck on the floor pan? The idea... Oh, that's not gonna... You've got to get the outside bush out or get the leaf spring off. It doesn't matter which one. One has to get it give, because then what you need to do is you actually have to really like gnarly turn that and it'll drop out at an angle like that. So yeah, let's fight with this for a minute, see how we go. That's the other bush off. Woo! Yeah, there's, like I said, there's tension on this. You don't want to be anywhere near that spring if it decides to come loose. It will bite you. So remembering that that spring is under tension. You know, we're fighting it because it's sprung loaded up currently. It's still trying to actually spring. What we can do to get some of the spring tension off the shackle, oh, just there. See how that spring's sort of neutral now? I can move that shackle pretty freely. This is in a better spot now. Let's get that. Alright, so inside bush is off now. There it is, see? I'm going to leave that hanging a second. Alright, see how it's hanging there? So you've actually got to get that bush off, and then you can drop it in. So it's the same when you're putting them in. You actually put that bush on, push it across, and you push that one in at the same time. And yeah, you can drop them out like that. That bush, just get the bush off, because the bush is actually cactus. I'll show you them all here in a second. They're toast, but look at this spring hanger. The spring hanger is actually mint, so I'm not going to throw that away. I'm going to keep it. All right. Now the other side. Come on. There you go. Gotcha. Let's check out what this one looks like. Mint. Look at that. Look at that, even shiny. That's pretty uncommon as well. They have really good original shackle bushes. Shackles. Woohoo! That's a win. So the rear is now loose. We can actually drop that down. But before we do that, we've got to try and get those bolts out of the front. And they're going to be a nightmare. Maybe not actually, because they do spin. I've got a bit of a trick up my sleeve. Let's do it. So, I have gotten pretty close to getting this diff out. All the bolts have come undone. They're all loose. This is also a couple of weeks after I took the last ones out, because life. Thought I would show you a trick on getting those front bolts out. And by front bolts, I'm talking about these two up here. As you can see, I've already knocked them back. They're in the hole a little. And they're a pain to go from there. So, we're going to grab maybe a 9/16 or a 1/2 inch spanner and a 3/4 inch socket on the socket gun. This is the easiest way I know how. Hopefully it works for you too. So, watch this. I'll rig on my fat body under here. I'm going to put the spanner on the bolt. You just don't do them like that. That also never ever happens that smoothly. You fight those bolts. Oh no, I'm stick. Yeah. So I've just got that spinning in reverse, and all I'm doing is putting pressure on the head of the bolt with the spanner and using it just to turn it out like that. Like I said, they never come out smooth like that. Those pins are mint. We're going to reuse them for sure. Now it should come out. Should maybe. One's out. Come here. Oh. Bye. Oh, cool. That's out of the way now. Now the diff's out, that needs to come out. But I'm going to do that next week on Backyard Builds. I'm also going to pull the spring shackles out. So make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you next week where we do even more sedan stuff on Backyard Builds.